Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow graduates, involvement and personal responsibility, our theme for the 1984 graduating class. When I considered this idea, I was reminded of a real-life story I would like to share with you. On a dark March evening in 1964, 28-year-old Kitty Genovese was walking home to her Queens, New York apartment. Miss Genovese was suddenly attacked by a man with a knife. Her screams and pleas for help pierced her neighborhood. She staggered up and down the street, pounding on doors, begging for help. Do you know what her neighbors did? Nothing. They locked their doors and closed their windows. No one answered her cries for help. No one came to her rescue. No one even called the police. They did not want to get involved. Kitty Genovese lay dead, murdered at her own doorstep. She had been stabbed 15 times in front of 38 witnesses. The primitive law of the jungle prevailed in Queens that terrible night. The moral code which defined civilized people collapsed so profoundly, it stunned and horrified a disgusted nation. What is the lesson to be learned? As members of a community, we must not turn our backs upon those in need. Our help may be required not only during emergencies, but in other less dramatic situations. For example, what of the elderly, the poor, the hungry, and the sick? If we do not fulfill our social obligation to those less fortunate than ourselves, the weak and the helpless in our society would be left to perish, just as surely as Kitty Genovese. It is our responsibility to become involved to the limit of our abilities as donors of time and energy, of money and worldly goods. For it is only by being committed to the well-being of all that we ultimately ensure the welfare of ourselves. This thought was dramatically illustrated by the tragic experience of a Protestant minister in Nazi Germany. Speaking out after his wartime imprisonment, he said, "First, they came for the communists, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a communist. Then they came for the Jews, and I said nothing because I was not a Jew. When they came for the Catholics, I failed to speak again, for I wasn't a Catholic. Finally, they knocked on my door, but there was no one left to speak for me." This clergyman's ordeal provides an important lesson for us. As the poet John Donne said, "Any man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in mankind." Fellow classmates, since we are the future, we all must be involved in mankind. Thank you.